Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Nye. Today, as Tom Nook is about to tell you, is March 25th at 8:17 a.m. That's a Wednesday. It's been a pretty good day so far, too. Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 8:17 a.m. this happy Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. Now for today's news. Isle Deckney gained a new neighbor today, Peanut. I'm sure she'll be very busy unpacking today, so consider checking in on her. That's all from him. We hope you have another fine day of luxurious Isle Deckney living. So apparently, the recording I made yesterday did not upload correctly. I was kind of curious why I didn't see it show up. A couple people have been paying attention, making comments, things like that. Did get a comment saying that, from someone talking about museums, saying that, they had seen a museum up in Toronto, which is kind of cool. So recommended that I go there, which is awesome. I appreciate the recommendation. Okay, let's see. How full is my inventory? Not too full. Okay. Today I did not do... oh, there's Gulliver's. Thanks for helping me escape your quaint island of Isle Deckney. A literal lifesaver like you deserves a reward, so please accept this souvenir from my travels. See you soon. Probably check the beach. From Gulliver. God, we have so much stuff to put away. Now, if you'll recall, we did get an upgrade to our house, so our house should be a little bit larger than it was yesterday. Congratulations. To celebrate the new addition to your home, please accept this small gift. You'll need convenient electronic appliances for your upgraded home. My pocket's too full to hold that. Let's see real quick. I'm just going to go ahead and drop that. We might find someone who wants to use it later. I've got friends who'd probably appreciate it. Okay, so what did we get from the Happy Home Academy and from Gulliver? Those are the major questions here. So we got a present of a katana. That's probably from Gulliver. And a vacuum cleaner from the Happy Home Academy. KK Disco being our next song. With the sporty shades, you absolutely know I'm going to be wearing these. Yeah. Going to wear the tie-dye shirt. The sweatpants. And we have a garden faucet that I'll go ahead and just place here for now. Oh, probably shouldn't do that. I have all kinds of junk in my front yard. Yoink. So I got asked to wax on about the Discworld books. You guys might have heard, hey, we have, oh my god, we have room. So you guys have probably heard me talk about the Discworld books a number of times. They are easily one of my favorite book series of all time, and I've read a lot of them. For those of you who are not familiar with Discworld, let's see, KK Disco. I like it. Nice. So for those of you who are not familiar with Discworld, Discworld started out as a kind of, I guess, basic novel about a flat world. You know, flat as a pancake, a disc, being carried through space on the backs of 4 elephants that themselves were on the back of a giant space sea turtle. So, pretty fun concept to begin with. It followed the story of Rincewind the Wizard, a rather not good wizard, so not as in evil, as in not good at his job, who didn't have the ability to cast a single spell because a spell that was used to create the world was lodged in his head and scared off all the other spells. Fun concept, and it was very, it very much kind of played around with the concept of what is a fantasy world, you know, how do dryads interact with the world, you know, what was the creator like, how does magic work. So very interesting. We get to kind of watch Rincewind. He's a complete and total wimp, I guess is the best way to put it. Complete and total wimp. He's scared of absolutely everything, runs away from everything. But the good news is for him is that running away from everything has a habit of keeping him alive, which would otherwise be a bit of an ask. So, it's, it's fun to kind of follow along with the books. And, the first two books, so this would be The Color of Magic and The Light Fantastic, both kind of just follow him, and we get an idea of what the world is like kind of through his eyes. He is, Tiger Beetle? Yeah. He's kind of leading along, the Discworld's first ever tourist, a man by the name of Two Flower. And because he's basically playing as tour guide, you get to kind of see his opinions on the Discworld, most of which are not particularly good. It makes for a fun story. And what's kind of interesting is that the books kind of evolved from that point to kind of go further. Sir Terry Pratchett, the writer, the author, used the Discworld novels as a way to kind of put commentary on the world. As you kind of read the stories, I mean, really, starting from book 3, so let me pull up the, Discworld reading order real quick. Because they, the books do have kind of a chronological order as the world kind of continues. So, there's thematic, there's chronological by publication date, but it's not, you don't necessarily read it in, I guess, necessarily the chronological order. I'm not sure if necessarily all the stories actually are, ones that you would read in the order he published them. I'm trying to think, actually, I'm looking at the list, trying to think if there's any that, you wouldn't read that way. But as soon as you get to the third book, Name of Equal Rights, R-I-T-E-S, the books kind of go from this really nonsensical, let's just look at this, strange magical world and go from there. They go from that to, hey, let's actually start commenting on reality. Let's comment on how the world actually is, and it uses the Discworld as a fun way to kind of lampoon things that happen in real life. It does a little bit of parody, but also it's a great way that, Terry Pratchett was able to kind of make commentary about the world. I can't remember if it's outright commented on in the first two books, but Equal Rights starts playing on the fact that, if you're a man with magical powers, you're a wizard. If you're a woman with magical powers, you're a witch. The magical powers, you don't cross those two, so, there's no such thing as a female wizard, there's no such thing as a male witch. A male witch is a warlock. It kind of comments on that, and then the, and so one of the characters is a female character, a little girl, who does develop magical powers. And her powers are not really necessarily, hello, we have Sahara here. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, hold on. I need to... Come on, you. There we go. So, Sahara's kind of fun because she sells special and unique. To whoever lifted this, I was pumping iron, super sweaty, when I slipped and a DIY idea and a weight slammed into my head. I got so psyched, I wrote out the recipe. Isn't that weird? Wild? Now go flex some DIY might. Muscular craftsman boots. Jungle flooring. Cool. Is this just a honeybee? Oh, not a slingshot. Not what I need. Honeybee? Honeybee. Okay. We'll come back to Sahara. I need to make room. Sahara sells, like, unique carpeting and wallpaper that you just can't get any other way. So I definitely want to purchase something from her. But yeah, Equal Rights goes on to the concept of, okay, this little girl does have wizard magical powers. We know it's wizard magical powers because they came from a wizard in this case. So the big question then becomes, okay, so what is she? We've already stated that, a girl can't be a wizard, so what does this make her? And the story kind of advances from there. It's a very fun story, and the I need to put that away somewhere. The books kind of continue on in that manner. They build up kind of character concepts and character profiles. So you start out with you start out with this just Rincewind, and then Equal Rights introduces Granny Weatherwax and the other witches. And, let's see, Dreamhouse. The home that you build yourself gives you greater livability. It's on a whole other level. I'll give Nook Miles to those who build or expand their home to taste the good life. So, single occupant beginner. There apparently is a lot of upgrades. I'm seeing we got 5 upgrades for the next one. Okay, anything else I need to check in here? No. Okay. We'll come back here in a few... actually, yeah, we'll come back in here in a few minutes. I need to empty my inventory a little bit. Then we'll go talk to... Let's go talk to Sahara now, so I don't forget her. But yeah, so you end up getting, these... I guess you could call it themes of, stories that are about one specific set of characters or another. So there's the witches theme, which is, you know, Granny Weatherwax and, you know, Agnes Knit and so on and so forth. You get, Sahara. Oh, crap. Oh, there she is. Okay. Didn't want to lose her. Let's go talk to her real quick. Hello. You are calling me Sahara, for it is the name I have carried for as long as I've carried these rugs. I bring these rugs from my home, which is far, to help you decorate your home, which is near. I have small rugs, large rugs, and rugs with a medium space between. The design is seen after the buying. I have also mysterious flooring and wallpaper. Oh, how surprising you will find it. Are you ready to buy? Yeah, I'll buy a rug. A rug for your purchasing. What size should be the rug of yours? Small rug is 1,000, medium rug is 1,500, large rug is 2,000. I'll take a small. My favorite size. Now, please, I will accept the money payment. Here's the bells. Okay, you will like the rug. I will like the money. All will be happy and well. I have exchange ticket as bonus for good soul who buys good rugs. If you save up 5 tickets, you can trade for mysterious wallpaper or mysterious flooring. You bought a small rug, so that means 1 ticket is yours now. Hope you'll buy again. May the tickets tempt you. Okay. I will buy a rug. Yes. I will go ahead and buy a medium rug. My favorite size. Okay. So, medium is also her favorite size. When customer smiles, my heart and purse grow 1 size bigger. Here's your bonus of exchange. You bought a medium rug, so that means 2 tickets for you. Okay. Let's try one more. Do you require rugs for your naked floors? I have mysterious wallpaper and flooring as well. A rug, please. I will now buy a large rug. Ah, Grace of Tragedies. Your pockets are too full for bonuses. You must have room for bonus. Speak to me again when your pockets are 1 degree more empty. Okay. Well, I gotta solve that. Go away, clump of weeds. Okay. Yes, I do need a rug. I do need a large rug. So here's the money. And I now have a large rug. Please enjoy the rug as long as you can. Here's your bonus of exchange tickets. You bought a large rug, so that means 3 tickets for you. Okay, so now we have 6 total tickets. Ha! 5 exchange tickets you have collected. Now, are you wanting your mysterious wallpaper or equally mysterious flooring? I sure do. Is understood, of course. Wallpaper, flooring, which of these whisper to you? Mysterious flooring. In that case, 5 of the exchange tickets I will take from you now. You will want more after this, yes? Using one will make you excited for another one, and so on. I hope you'll buy again. May the tickets tempt you. So we got yellow checkered rug, colorful vinyl sheet. There's the other one. Yellow kitchen mat, and Sahara's desert. Ooh. So yeah, the stories follow a theme, and so they, or more honestly, it follows a group of characters. So there are the Rincewind stories, there are the witch stories, there are the stories of Moist von Lipwig, there are the stories of why am I'm now losing the stories of the City Watch. There's the story of Death and those that surround him. So there are these kind of unique story sets. As I said, most of them do follow a general idea of taking one thing about the world, or maybe a couple of things about the world, about the real world, and then putting some kind of analog into into the story. Okay, so this is a yellow kitchen mat. This is a colorful vinyl sheet. And this is a yellow checkered rug. Huh. And this is Sahara's Desert. Placed horizontally. Oh, hey. I think we'll be running with that for a while. Let's put that in storage. I don't really need these resources at the moment, so I'll go ahead and put those away too. So the stories are generally fantastic. As I said, I've read them for a long time. If I have to go look back at where I joined the series, I mean, the series had already been out for a good long time by the time I actually started reading them. But I think... I'm trying to think of when I actually started reading. I'm actually looking at the series reading list and trying to get an idea of where... I want to say I started reading about Thief of Time, which is probably a little over halfway through the series. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, I can't remember. But I went back and ended up buying every book, and I've read most of them. Yeah, they're good books. I absolutely love them, and I read through the entire series every once in a while. So we now have 120 slots available to us, so that's useful. Okay. I might go buy more. I might go buy more rugs. I'm not sure. So how do I feel about them? Well, the thing is, the Discworld novels are amazingly well written, in my opinion. I think they're fantastic books. I think they tend to follow along with typically some really hard to... some things that are particularly hard to write about, I think. I mean, if you really look, some of the topics they cover, so things like, equal rights covering sexism, and then, Unseen Academicals covers, I mean, actually, I'm not saying just that one. There's actually a number of the stories that do, but a number of the stories cover racism in a big way. We have a couple stories talking about, what is the difference if between us, if I'm, Jingo is about, the difference between our countries, yours and mine, and also what happens when two countries both have an interest over the same plot of land. What do you do? So they tend to cover a lot of things. There's some conversation in making money about just the... I'm waiting for this. There it is. There's some conversation in making money about what does money mean? What is the point of money? So a lot of these, they have topics of conversation that might not be the easiest ones to broach, especially when we're talking about, for a book, to kind of include and say, this is my main topic. You have, to be fair, one of Gingham Picnic Skirt. Okay. We have, what is it? Monstrous Regiment, which is kind of a different take on the Tale of Mulan, which I think that book's done amazingly well. Just not my favorite book of the series. It's probably the one I've read the least. But they're all done very well. But what I find especially potent about them is that a lot of them do have a great point where they kind of have these amazing kind of thoughtful lines that are, if you're someone who has a habit of, letting your mind run on, philosophical subjects, or, you kind of like to think in those regards, you might end up seeing a lot of those. So, for example, recently I was talking about my dad's bike, and the concept that, even though I may do a bunch of repairs to it, even though at this point, the only thing that's the same between the bike that he rode and the bike that I'm riding now is the frame. It's still my dad's bike. That would be my father's axe sort of thing. There's kind of a lot of thoughtful things like that. There is the, you know, I bring this one up a lot because I really like it. I think it's particularly useful. Is, you know, the Sam Vimes theory of economics about how people who are rich are partly rich because they buy expensive stuff that lasts forever. So because they don't have to buy anymore, they get to keep a lot more of their money. It's kind of a smart point. And, you know, I think I do much the same when I'm buying stuff. I look for stuff that is maybe a little bit more expensive, but at the same time, it also lasts a little bit longer. So I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the books, is that they are, you know, they're a fun fantasy romp that has a lot of cool nonsense, but at the same time, they're very thoughtful about the topics that they bring up. You know, if you're a person who likes, you know, the topic of, you know, government, a lot of the stuff that Patrician says is definitely worth thinking about. Not necessarily worth taking seriously, but it's definitely worth going, okay, so what's the point of a politician? And does this man who is, you know, the, you know, self-described tyrant of the city, is he a good, you know, leader? Because he's effectively a dictator. And he knows it very well. But, you know, is his leadership good? And then compare that against leadership you see elsewhere. You know, so I definitely enjoy the books because of that. I also enjoy a lot of them because of the characterization. I can't help but really enjoy the City Watch books, especially for the nature of, you know, Samuel Vimes and especially Captain Carrot, because of just kind of the very interesting design to these characters. Most of the characters in the Discworld books are fallible. They are imperfect. There are definite blind spots. There's definite things that they think about. And so it makes for very interesting characters because you can definitely relate to them a lot better. But even when you can't relate to them, you absolutely have this feeling that, you know, this could be a real person I could go meet somewhere at some point. Which I think is always the best way, you know. Oh, okay. That was kind of random. But it's always the best way for a character to kind of show up in a story, I think, is a character that could be real. And that's, you know, I end up loving that about them. They're very, you know, distinctly unique ideas, too, in a lot of ways. And it's very hard to say that with a straight face when talking about literature. You know, how do you say unique ideas? Because, let's be fair, the idea of a world traveling on the back of elephants is not new. The idea of a world being carried by a giant, you know, a turtle is not new. These are kind of old ideas. A lot of the things in the books are, like I said, directly lifted off of real life. Let's go ahead and buy our daily stuff. Let's see. So we got a scale. Oh. I am interested in a mug. Yes, please. And I also want this analog kitchen scale. Thank you. What else we got? A fishing boat flag. Okay. And lastly, a floor seat. You know, I think in a big way, the stories kind of fascinate me because a lot of the ways he presents ideas are unique. A lot of the ways he does things unique. You know, you have heroes who don't want to be heroes. You have people who shouldn't be heroes who are. And it kind of plays with expectations a lot in a lot of ways. It's always fun with the Vine stories. By the way, I'm putting it off. Let's go pop over here. Hey, look. We have a money tree. So I planted 1,000 bells. I got 3,000 bells. And you'll see that a lot. So what I'll do next time is the next time I do find a golden hole, which will be, you know, tomorrow, I'll plant, what, 10,000? We might plant more than that. We'll plant a lot more than that. Hey, I was right. But yeah, I love these books. Now, that being said, there are certain stories that I do not appreciate as much. And as weird as it may be to hear, I don't really like the Rincewind stories as much. I do appreciate Rincewind as a character. He's a lot of fun. We got Nook Miles for spending bells to buy items. And we also got some for hitting rocks. There's something about Rincewind that I just don't appreciate. I think part of it is just that he is just such a coward. And he's not only a coward, but he's also an extremely, what's the word I want to look for here? He is both a coward and extremely pessimistic. And about everything. Like, about interactions with people, about what life will be like, about what governments are like. And there's kind of no room in Rincewind's, worldview for a change. And I don't know, I find that depressing. Like, I don't really appreciate a person who is just like, yeah, the world's terrible and will never get better. And I think what's even worse is that he's often right when this stuff comes up. I don't know. I don't really like the Rincewind books as much. The ones that I always loved. Like, I love all the City Watch stories, all of them. I think they're all fantastic. And, I say this, and if you go, I remember when Snuff came out, which is one of the last books in the entire series. I was, got it hardcover, read the book cover to cover the first couple of days. I forget how fast I read it, and while it has a decidedly different feel from some of the other books, and it does, I remember hearing people go, Alzheimer's has taken Terry Pratchett, and you can see it in his latest book. And I remember looking at this book, going and reading through it, looking for it, like where do you see this? And I didn't see it. Like, I didn't feel that the book lost anything, or that, Terry's writing became worse in any way. I didn't see that. I think that there was a lot of different concepts. The point and purpose behind Snuff was a very distinctly different one than some of the other books. And I think that, especially if you're a person who, kind of reads the books and you've read them for a while, and you see this very different focus and a very different setting. It's a lot of the things about Snuff are different from other books. Okay, Broccolo is out and about. We'll have to keep an eye out for him. Oh, there he is. He just so happens to be right here. But Snuff's... Oh, there goes my shovel. I'm gonna have to go make another one, because I need to find more fossils. Hi, Broccolo. I want to chat. Isledechney is the perfect size. Too big to see across, but too small for a sea monster to attack. Okay. Are you rocking a dye-dye shirt? Nice! Looks easy to move in. Watching you move is making me want to move. It's like, oh yeah, I can move. I forget sometimes. Let's go say hi to Peanut. Hi, Peanut. I took your advice. I bailed on everything and everyone I knew. I moved. Here! I live here now. Walking distance from your house. You, the only person I know here. We're going to talk so much. It's still morning. I still have time. But whenever I say that, things end up taking an eternity. I'm going to actually finish unpacking and cleaning up today. I mean it. This time. Okay, well, let's let her do that. Yeah, Snuff definitely had a different feel. But I think especially when... Oh. Hi. Hey, Nye. I was going for a walk because I was all unpacked and figured, hey, I got feet. I ought to do stuff with them. Besides, I hoped I'd see you if I walked around outside long enough. And I did. Thanks, Feet. So, I got a welcome to the island thing, but for you. Even though you already live here. It's not weird. Oh, thank you. An iron frame. I made it back on my last island. It's the best one I ever made. No sharp edges, no bad smells, and weighs what it's supposed to. I can't wait to have lots of nap times around here. Maybe the whole island can nap all at once. Together. It'd be like nighttime, but at some other weirder time. Like, man. Nighttime's weird for this idea, huh? Let's go make another shovel. I think when, you go look at, Raising Steam, and I can't help but wonder, looking at, Raising Steam as a story, it's not the last book published for Discworld. I think it's the last like, main Discworld book. Because there is, there's a side series of books, the Tiffany Aching books, that I think are made for more of a, like, I think they're made for a little bit more of a, like, a younger, audience, or at least it felt like that when I tried to read some of them. And so they definitely felt like more of an offshoot than main books. Let's go see what we got. So we got a mug. I don't really have a lot of places to put some of this stuff. Let's see. I do want to put the fishing boat flag up, though. Let's hang this on the wall. Yeah. What else do we got? We got a floor seat. Let's go ahead and put that somewhere. Okay. I take it back. I have a katana. Can I put the katana, like, on this? Can this be placed on the... No. Can I place it on the wall? Nope. Okay, you know what? We're going to place the katana just in the corner over here. There we go. We also have the iron frame. Let's figure out what an iron frame is. It's an I-beam. Okay. I have an I-beam. Where was the... There we go. Okay. So I think that the Tiffany Aching books ended up being a little bit more of a, you know, kiddie series of books. So because of that, let's see, I need tree branches, stones, and iron. Because of that, I kind of feel that, like, Raising Steam is the last of the major Discworld novels, at least in my opinion. And I can't help but wonder as I read that book, Raising Steam and Unseen Academicals, which both had this feel to me. But it kind of felt like, especially in Raising Steam, Terry Pratchett kind of knew that he was not going to be around on this world much longer. I don't know why I just made a fishing rod. But it kind of felt like he knew that. And as such, he was kind of putting in the very end of the story. He was putting a good place to stop the story. Because Raising Steam, while it still leaves room for more Discworld later on, it definitely has a definite stopping point. Oh, I need hardwood. Okay. It definitely has this point where it's like, okay, we have the end of these major story arcs. And I don't want to spoil it. I want you guys to go read these books if you haven't already. But it definitely feels like we have the end of these, major story arcs here. And it's a good place to allow the reader's mind to wander a little bit and kind of allow them to kind of think on, okay, what will the world be like, from here on out? But at the same time, it puts in that stopping point. So, it definitely feels that way. Maybe it's just me, and knowing that, Raising Steam's the last Discworld novel for all intents and purposes. Again, avoiding the Tiffany Aching books. But it's the last mainline novel for me. And so because of that, like, I know that it's the last one. So maybe that's just why I feel the way I do about it. That, I feel that, it was set up for a conclusion. It might not actually have legitimately been set up specifically for a conclusion, but it has that feel to it. I don't know. At the end of the day, I love the Discworld novels. Every year to 2 years, you will find me pulling them all up. I have them all on, on my phone. Ended up buying every single one on the Kindle apps. That way I could read them whenever I felt like it. And so every year to 2 years, you're going to find me pulling up, the Discworld novels and reading through every last one of them. I think that as I get older, Keep in mind, I've been doing this, been reading them for a while. As I get older, I continue to kind of understand more about what's going on in these novels. I understand some of the characters better. I understand where they're coming from better. You know, I empathize with some of them more than I used to. When I became a store manager and had to, lead, I started to understand the patrician a lot more. Because, a lot of his thing is about leadership and what a leader has to do, things like that, how you need to rule. And then also, like, as I look at people who make decisions around the world, world leaders, as I look at them, I understand the patrician a lot more. As I hear about, cops, what they have to do, I understand, Samuel Vimes a lot more. And I think that's a great place to be at in a book. In that the more you read it, the more you understand the characters, the more you kind of empathize, the more you can kind of follow along. And you're like, yeah, this thing that we're talking about here, it makes sense. And I feel that, I feel like I get further along those points the more I end up reading these books. They're a fantastic series of books, and I highly recommend them to basically anyone who enjoys reading. I mean, that's really the long and short of it. If you enjoy... You don't have to even really enjoy fantasy, because a number of the books don't go too fantastical, which I think I appreciate. It's fantasy without the heavy fantasy. You don't have to, we don't have to have, yes, there are dragons sometimes. Yes, there are, elves sometimes. Yes, there are, this, that, and the other. But a lot of the times, this could just be more of a medieval, thing. The settings kind of steadily transition back and forth when you're in there, which I think is kind of neat. Let's go ahead and donate some fossils. Working through all my daily stuff here. Okay, they have they don't have any of these fossils in their collection. Nice. That's awesome. I like it. Let's go ahead and make a donation. Please. Shark tooth pattern. Right Terra wing. Archaeopteryx. And Jeremiah. Okay, I want to go look. I want to see. Yep, down here. I love the books. You'll hear me quote them or reference them a lot just because of how well they're written. Dunkleosteus. Okay. Shark tooth pattern. Okay. Okay. If you say so. Anything more in here? Anything fun to go look at? So we get pieces. Oh, hey. Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus? Pteranodon. We're beginning to find a lot of these pieces. I mean, obviously, we are still missing big parts of these, but... Okay, I think we're missing, like, one part of that one. Deinonychus? Archaeopteryx. Is this actually interactable? No? Okay. Dimetrodon, and Jeremiah. Neat. We're gonna fill these spots in eventually. So yeah, they're good books. I enjoy them. I highly recommend them. But my reading patterns are all over the place. Like I was, reading those a while ago. Just finished reading the Dresden Files, as I said in the last episode. And then I went into a romance book that I wanted to reread. I don't know why I wanted to reread it, but some of the ideas in there, because it's there's like a pseudo fantasy setting that it kind of bases out of. But the ideas in the fantasy setting are pretty fantastic. They're really a lot of fun. And so I really enjoy reading that concept. They're actually concepts I'm going to be putting into a D&D game I intend to run in the coming weeks. So just kind of having these neat concepts kind of forefront in my mind. It does kind of bring up the fact that you just can't... you really can't discount, you know, just a type of book, right? Or a type of story. Like, it's just so easy for people to go, oh, hey, yeah, that genre is just bleh, you know, there's no reason to read that genre. There's never going to be anything in that genre that's going to be, you know, worthy. It's not a worthy type of story. I used to feel that way about romance. I just didn't see the point. But as I got older, as relationships happened, it begins to feel like a much more important thing. I do want to hear more about that. Let's go ahead and sell. Apples. Dab. Sell the vanilla clam. Actually, gonna keep that. Don't need the yellow perch, or the clumps of weeds, or the cherries. Another 8,000 bells. Nice. Okay, let's go talk to Tom Nook. I've been kind of holding off looking at the bad news for the past 40 minutes. But we should probably go talk to him. Figure out how much I'm going to owe. We sold fruit. Probably going to spend time going to... Oh, hello. Greedy Weeder. We sold 1,000 weeds so far. Herbivorous Sorter. Unless I see a very big thing in the Nook Miles Redemption anytime soon, I'm probably going to end up going and spending... Oh, hey, there's Sarah. Probably going to end up spending at least some of my money, or some of my miles. I do want another rug, yes. Oh, okay, so she only sells one of each type. Your intentions are clear in the same way mud is not. Okay. I like how Sahara talks. Okay, so she only sells one of each size each time she comes. Let's go talk to Nook. Yeah, I used to not particularly feel much for romance novels, but I think I changed my mind. Well, hello there, Nye. Your home is much roomier, yes? It's nice to have even a little extra space. Which brings us to the costlier remodel. That'll be 198,000 bells. Please make your payments using the Nook Stops ABD feature as you've done before. As always, it's been ever so nice doing business with you. Yes, yes. Can I mess with this? I've been wanting to... No. Okay. Anything in here? Rusted part. Yellow rose bag. And a cardboard box. Useful. Okay. So let's look at Nook shopping. So first of all, KK House. Rubber toe sneakers. Let's go ahead and pick up a magazine. I believe we already have the lantern, don't we? I'm pretty sure we do. Let's go ahead and pick up the tulip hat, though. And the oak glasses. And I think that's all it'll allow me to do. Okay. The thing we're going to do is I'm going to end up spending Nook Miles to go to one or two more of the unique islands. Ooh. Oh, it's a do-yourself recipe. Okay. I didn't realize that was a recipe. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, if these are recipes, I want them. I love the noises this thing makes. See, anything else interesting? Okay, so the fences will change on a daily basis. Good to know. Customizable phone case kit. I'll take it. Anything else of note? Not really. Okay, let's go to the ABD. And we'll put in a loan payment of... let's say 40,000. Beautiful. Okay. Anything else, Nook? What should I do? That is the question. Can't think of any more advice to give you. You accomplished so much. I'm sure you can find your own ways of having fun living your best life. Okay. It's a phrase that my sister is always... well, one of my sisters uses a lot, is living your best life. It's an interesting phrase. Let's see. What... oh, hello. Shop to it. Living on a remote island doesn't mean you have to go without life's luxuries. Shop to your heart's content. With Nook shopping, and you'll earn miles. Connected reviewer. Lovely. Following on the conversation yesterday was kind of an interesting thought as I was reading this romance novel. Because, as I said, it does have interesting concepts, which is why I like reading it. It's, you know, the actual romance itself is so-so, you know. Love at first sight, but geez, they need, you know, they have issues. Let's just hope they get together. But what's kind of interesting is the author of this book is a woman, and she's so heavily sex-focused. Like, overly so. And again, thinking on, you know, other authors who've been criticized for, you know... oh, Renee's sleeping? Renee, it's 9:04 a.m. Come on, girl. But think about other authors that get criticized for being sex-focused because they're... I guess because they're men, right? So this author, because she's a woman, kind of gets away with it. I don't know. It feels... it feels weird. I don't know how... you know, how respected she is as an author, though. So that may be something different. Maybe I should go read the reviews at some point. Oh, hey. You're building. I'm nearly spraying my creativity. What do you think? What is it? You're not going to believe it. I made a log pack. I was out jogging the other day, and somewhere around the 53rd mile, inspiration just hit me. Or it could have been dehydration. Either way, check it out. And stay hydrated. Building it was like a hard workout routine, and you know, I'm all about sharing my routines. So what do you say? You want to get built making yourself a log pack? Teach me. Well, I could, or I could give you this paper that I wrote the recipe on. I vote for the paper. Nice. This is why we talk to people. As long as you can read my handwriting, you've got this. I like how he looks fuzzy. Have you noticed? Anything else you want to say? Have you met Aldecni's newest native yet? First impressions are very important. Now what you want to do is run up to them at full speed and say, "It's nice to meet you," very, very loudly. Really put some oomph on it. If you can still talk afterwards, you didn't use enough oomph. Ba-boom. Okay. Let me give him a thing. Here, have an apple. Some apples sound delicious right about now. Thanks. I'll eat this later. Here's something for you. A striped tank. Take it. Don't be shy. Oh, well, that's nice. I like the look we have going on now. This is a fantastic look. I'm trying not to bug the neighbors too much. If you talk to them too much, they get upset. Okay. Oh, we got a fair amount done. We planted a lot of trees. I actually want to plant even more trees, but I'm trying to hold off a little. Wow, that was an interesting jump. I'm trying to hold off just a little bit, but at the same time, like some of these, doesn't this just look empty? I don't know. I feel like this looks empty. So I'm curious, are there any genres of books that you guys just don't like, that you can't get into? I know when I ask that type of question, historical fiction comes up a lot, non-fiction comes up a lot, biography comes up a lot. Are there any books that you're really into? Is there any books that I should really spend some time going to read? I always like hearing about other authors. I feel like I've seen you a lot today. Am I seeing you a lot, or do I just feel that way? Hey, Nye. Have you met the new neighbor yet? I'm gonna grab my best snacks and swing on by to say, hey, welcome. Want to taste this? I heard once that it's the nicest way to say hello. Okay, if I talk to him too much more, he's gonna get annoyed. Sniff, sniff. It sure smells like me around my house, huh? A vaulting pole. I had one of them, but it was really super busted. Every time I tried to vault over the river, it'd drop me right in the water. Oh well, I met a lot of fish that way. I'm waiting to see when he gets pissed. Which one of these would you say is your favorite snack? Cookies. Oh, me too. I love cookies. I like them soft and chewy. Oh, with a glass of milk. So yummy. You and me ought to be cookie buddies. You know what? I agree. We should be cookie buddies. I want to find out if the dust off the wing of a butterfly will make me sneeze. So can you catch one for me? Any kind of butterfly is cool. They're all pretty dusty. Sure. There's literally a butterfly right over here. Hey, I got you a tiger butterfly. Now the question is he going to be too pissed to take it? So I'm bugging him. I'm thinking with my mind right now. Let's play later, okay? Yep. Yep, I talked to him too much. Darn it! Okay, he'll take it later. Oh man, he's upset. Is chocolate a condiment? Man, tough questions on a Wednesday. Ah, you scared me. I'm thinking real hard right now about real important stuff. Come back later. Wow. Is chocolate a condiment? I guess chocolate syrup is, right? Unlike an ice cream cone? Are you still asleep? I'm sleeping. Stop by when I'm awake. Okay. Well, there's not really much left for us to do today. We have done basically all of our daily nonsense. Planted a bunch of trees. I have to go figure out if I can find that last fruit. So I'm probably going to buy 2 island tickets and go hunting down another fruit. Wasn't there a bench here once upon a time? I thought there was a bench here at some point. I already have a cardboard box, too. Let's learn how to make a log pack. Anything I want to make? Anything fun? Let's see. I don't need any tools. Okay. So we got a wooden... See, I kind of want to make this mossy garden rock. I wouldn't mind having one of those. Okay, what is the... So we have the log garden lounge. What is the log pack? Oh. Oh, you can wear this. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this fencing. Okay. Man, I need to find myself some young spring bamboo. Tell you what, we got a minute or so. Let's go get a ticket and let's go see if we can get a bamboo grove. We did get it that one time, and I just completely screwed it up. Take a ticket. Yeah. I found myself growing a little bit antsy. Just a little bit. Like, not too much, but just the littlest bit of, what do you want to call it? I guess cabin fever. It's not as if I go out much, but there's a distinctive difference between I don't go out because I don't want to go out, and I'm not going out because I'm not allowed to go out. I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm gonna take some fruit with us, that way I can dig up trees directly. But I mean, I want to be able to go out and play Magic or something like that. Like, there's a couple people I'd love to see. I should be playing, you know, games online or something like that. That should be kind of how I solve the problem, I guess. I'm gonna put this fishing rod in here, and I will never remember it's here. It's gonna be in there till the end of time. Same with that. Oh. Let's go plant these flowers. I have the best look right now. Do you guys... Do you even understand how fashionable I am? I look so good. You don't even know. I can just hear the haters lining up. Something sounded weird just now. Do I want to bring... You know what? I'm going to bring 3 more oranges just in case. And hopefully we'll get lucky. It might not be bamboo. I would love to see bamboo. But, you know, we might... I think pears is the one I'm missing. We might see pears. Okay, I want to fly. Oh, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but we did meet Harv at some point. Who is, like, he gives us a photo op area. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is. But we can go and take pictures there. Haven't really messed with it too much. I don't feel like messing with it today. Okay, let's see what's on our island. Bamboo! We got lucky! This is exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know how you can get this lucky, because this is exactly what I wanted. Oh, nope. Let's go ahead and eat a bunch of oranges. That way I can actually dig up this bamboo. And we're going to have bamboo on our island. Still missing one fruit type, though. I guess that kind of sucks. So I'm going to be able to dig up 6 bamboo stalks, I guess? I don't know. What do they call it? Trees. Okay. It is a bamboo tree, apparently. I'll have bamboo shoots, so I can put those where I want to as well. I mean, there's all... That's... Okay, so that's the question. Do I want more? Because there's always... I could... You know... I have coconuts. I could eat the coconuts and get more bamboo. I guess, is there any reason not to? Not particularly. They were gonna do that. This was a good choice. Oh, there's a bottle. Didn't know you can get a message bottle on these. I did it do-it-yourself and got the stuff wrong, so I made this on accident. Man, I tell ya, I'm all accents today. I could have kept it for just me, but I like sharing fun stuff. Be careful what you do with it. That's a joke. Be careful when you do it. Okay, by Wade, Master Crafter. A music stand. Ooh, cool. That is kind of sweet. I dig it. Okay. We're gonna... No! Why is drop before eat? Okay, so we're gonna be able to get another 8 bamboo trees, and then... Like, I guess there's just gonna grab the, Just go ahead and grab the bamboo shoots. Oh, you can eat the bamboo shoots. Okay. So it is very much a fruit. I wonder how you get the bamboo shoots from the trees. Where am I going to put a grove of bamboo? I mean, that's the question of the day, isn't it? Could also break one of these rocks. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. I think we'll just stick with what we got. A bunch of bamboo. And a bunch of bamboo shoots. Okay, so let's look. Where... There were some other... Okay, there's one. There's another one. I got an extra, you know. Got an extra fossil today. It's positive. And that should be a full inventory. Oh no, those stack. Okay. Well, is there anything else I want to do? Guess I'll pick up some iron. I wonder if, while you're on the island, is there another... Like, could one of these rocks be a money rock again? Worth checking. Also wouldn't mind seeing some gold. There was one more rock, right? Yeah. At least one more. This is relaxing. Oh, hey. Got some gold. Holy crap, the clip got more gold. Do I? Oh, that's just a... Okay, that's a ladybug. I already have a ladybug. Whoop. There's another one. Man, this island has rocks everywhere. Okay, no money rock. That's fine. I guess it's too much to ask for another 21,000 free. Should probably take everything, huh? I've got to go... I'm gonna have to go plant these, These bamboo shoots. I think I'm gonna plant them on the cliffs, I think. I think given where all the other places are, I have kind of trees everywhere in some of the other places, so on the cliffs is probably a good idea. Now, I really should stay out here and fish, but I have no inventory space, so... Bell-bottom soul, this is stove-top toothbrush. Do you require assistance? I'm ready to go home. You're ready to punt pontoons and fly soaring hyacinth here back to Isle Deckney. You positive? Yep. Punt pontoons. Okay, guys. That's going to end up being it for me. I'm going to go plant this stuff, and I'm going to be done for the day. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I apparently forgot to upload yesterday, but on the plus side, that means you guys get 2 uploads today. So, you know. Useful stuff. Okay, y'all. Actually, double checking these videos right now. Let's see. Did I maybe leave it in a draft state? Nope. It just didn't get uploaded. Weird. But okay, you guys get double videos today. I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you guys later.